I bring authenticity, and I'm quite serving as well. Like authenticity, like I'm just myself all the time. It's not going to be like, oh, you get to know me a little bit longer and then I'm a completely different person. Like I am who I say I am, and I'm very loyal. So
do you
funny.
I don't know.
Not to Brian, but some might.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I was saying not to Brian, but some might think I'm funny.
Well, when you think, okay, do I go here? Wait,
you can.
Do you have any plastic surgery?
Yes.
Fake tits?
Yeah.
Lip fillers?
Yeah.
BBL?
What?
BBL?
No, but thank you.
No, but okay.
No.
Lipo?
Yes, to put into the
titties.
Yes.
Can you really be authentic? You know what I mean.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You went there, right?
That's understandable.
You know what I mean?
Understandable. But I was truthful about it, you know. So you asked me, and I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, I did do that." And so that is me at this point, right?
Perhaps in your physical appearance, you're inauthentic. In
the sense of like, are you all naturally yourself? Well, yeah, I mean, I answered that. I said no. Gotcha. I kind of meant more authentic in personality. Like, there's no smoke and mirrors. I'll be like true, like to
you're
myself.
Honest and upfront about
I'm
who
true
you
to
are.
myself. But yeah, I do like partake in some.
There's very few women who are truly authentic. I mean, we all color our hair, we all wax our eyebrows. Most girls wear makeup. Like,
there's degrees.
There's degrees of authenticity, but.
Well, because what I was...
Brian wants the armpit hair.
What the... No. Whoa. There's
now that's
grooming,
authentic.
You want some armpit hair?
There's grooming, and then there's BBLs and like all that kind of crazy shit. What I see on dating apps, I'll see like a woman who's like, oh, I'm really about people who are real and genuine and authentic. And every single photo of them on the dating app, full face of makeup, filter, lip filler... fake tits. I'm like, bruv. You are not authentic in your physical appearance. You are, in fact, you're kind of misrepresenting your physical appearance on the dating app, and it's pretty, I think it's very inauthentic. You could, not just in your physical appearance, but the fact that you are misrepresenting, because obviously for both men and women, physical appearance is very important. Physical attractiveness is very important. I think probably most girls here would agree. I think men probably care a little bit more about physical appearance than women do.
I would say a lot more.
I think women care about it quite a lot, but I think probably men are pretty invested in it. So when you're misrepresenting on these dating apps, big old fake titties, lip fillers, makeup, face filters.
Wait, are you?
And there's not one photo of you that's like, here's me without any makeup. I think that's akin to a man basically lying about his career. Oh, I'm rich. I'm a doctor. I'm an attorney.
Well, don't you think that like maybe like the guy would be like, I want to get on a FaceTime with you, get to know you a little bit before we go out onto a date, and then maybe they would
full face of makeup and they're using good lighting and not like.
That's fair. I think something for me personally. So I've something that I struggle with, because obviously I am a content creator and I'm on like TikTok and different things like that. And so when I came into the sphere as making that kind of content, I was like struggling with like, why don't I look like all the other girls I'm seeing? And so I fell into like those things. And so it seems like it does help you make more money to do that. But then something that I was able to kind of like test out with my particular following is a lot of them wanted me to start going live. A lot of them wanted me to go live on Twitter. And I was just really honest with them. And I was like, look, I feel awkward because there's always like a filter on and things like that. And so like I'm sitting here like being vulnerable and I'm not on a filter and blah, blah, blah. And I was just really honest about it because I was like, I feel like look one this way, but now I'm representing like my true self. And people were really kind. They were like, we like you better this way. Like keep coming on Twitter. Awesome. Like, you know, so I don't know if it really is necessarily, it's kind of.
And this is exactly
why. Does that give you
why,
any kind of like answer to some of that or more information?
I'm not sure, but this is exactly why we ought to elevate women who are just moving in their natural beauty and don't feel like if we're elevating fucking Kim Kardashian,
I
of
agree.
course fucking a ton of young women
Yep.
who are impressionable are gonna be like, whoa, I don't look like that. Okay, let me go get a fucking BBL. Let me go get some fake tits. Let me go get lip filler. Let me fuck up my face. Let me go get botched. I don't think we should be. I don't know.
What are these 20-year-olds
I think
going to look
that's
like in
true.
20 years with all this filler?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be
Yeah.
insane.
Can I say
I
you
think
have
guys are a
direct
lot
light
nicer
coming
about
down
it, if
on me, so I
anything.
look like really bad on this show.
What?
You look
have
amazing,
direct light
Amy.
coming straight down on me,
This
so I
studio
look
has
super
fantastic
good.
lighting. And you guys
And
look very
I'm
fun.
curious to know your thoughts on something, Brian, and
What's
you
up?
guys as well. So
What's
I
up?
have a friend. He met a girl on a dating app, and she looked incredible on the app, like amazing. She drove from Fort Lauderdale to Miami to come down and meet with him. They met up in the apartment briefly for drinks before going out on the town, and this girl looked nothing like any of her pictures. Now, I don't necessarily agree with how he handled it. What he did was he said, okay, let's go downstairs. We're going to go to the club. They walked downstairs, and he said, oh, I left my phone in my apartment. He went back upstairs and texted her, and he said, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not about it. Like, and honestly, like, you're
I think that's okay.
be
to
a little
do.
bit more authentic with what you're marketing.
Yeah, I think.
My man.
I mean, I think probably.
Curved.
Shout out, Tim.
I think
I
he
don't-
handled that okay.
I mean, perhaps he could have done it in a more.
No, I think-
Respectful way. I
thi-
know.
Yeah, you
I
can do it in
know
a
he
respectful
could.
way, but if you catfish the absolute hell out of somebody, like, and then you curve that person, it's like whatever, you know. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd
I
be
mean,
so mad if I got super catfished by a chick like that.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I think
It'd be the worst.
I think I have a pretty good eyeball, like a vision for when.
The girls
like
are really
it's-
filtered and
Yeah, but I think some men are not quite as attuned to like, oh, it's the filter.
Oh no, because
what-
I couldn't tell when I first started. I was like, oh my god, why does
Yeah.
everyone look absolutely
Flawless.
perfect?
Yeah. So.
It took me a long time to figure it out.
So.
What do they
uh,
think is gonna happen though when they like see the person in real life?
Well, that's what's
it's just weird.
that's what is happening with a lot of like Instagram models is they put so many filters and so many different things on, and then when people meet them in real life, they look nothing.
And I think that's
seeing
really
those,
sad.
They have like those pages that out them, and you see the ones that
Yeah.
really.
Oh,
I
the
just think it's going to be
reality,
really
yeah.
sad when you're an old lady looking
Yes.
back at those pictures with your friends, your family, those selfies of you. Like, you're going to look back on them with regret for not embracing the beauty that you
The beauty
had.
that you were at
Yeah,
that point.
and
Because
you're-
I know I look
it's
back
not
at
even-
like,
find me
when
on
I was
Facebook
19 and I'm
and-
like, oh, I was awful. And you look back at 19 now and
You're
I was
like, wow, yeah.
dang,
That's
I
so
wish I could look
true.
like 19 again.
Like, I feel like
So,
you're depriving
yeah.
your future self
100%.
of those feelings.
And your kids and
Yes.
so many other things. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I used to
Absolutely.
Facetune a lot of pictures and stuff like that, and I literally deleted, like, my Instagram has very minimal pictures on it. I deleted every single Facetune picture, every picture that was edited, and
Well, I get why women do it because, like, if it's kind of like, let's say you're a professional athlete and everybody else is on steroids and you're not, your career prospects are going to be minimized because you're not, you know, you're not doing the status quo everyone else is doing. You're not able to be competitive with the other athletes. So I mean, it makes sense to me why women do it because almost every other woman is blasted in full face of makeup, filters, and like,
become
and it's hard.
normalized.
It's
Makeup's not enough anymore.
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
You gotta fucking blast
Yeah,
filters,
you have
do
like
Photoshop.
straight up AI like changing the structure of women's faces.
There was
This
an
shit-
Giving them lip
there's an
filters.
AI on Instagram. She has her entire like she's not even a real person, and she has
There's a lot of pages like that.
she has like
You know-
500,000
what's crazy?
followers,
Yeah.
and she's not even real.
You know what's crazy is like dudes will figure out how to make women in AI,
Yeah.
and then they'll like interact with the women.
Other dudes.
That
yeah,
they've
they'll interact
made?
with the dudes. No, they'll
Yeah.
interact with like so like say like I was one of these guys. I like go on an AI, create a profile for some like fake AI girl. Then a bunch of dudes start following the girl, and then they'll message the guys that are following them, and be like, "Oh, hey, baby," all
The
this stuff.
ultimate catfish.
Then they will
Send me money.
make nude photos of the woman through AI, open an OnlyFans, and then guys will buy that.
Smart.
It's like it's
smart.
And the
it's,
guys
it's
know that
evil,
they're
but it's like
buying
an insane
an
hustle.
AI?
No,
they don't.
What?
no idea.
And the guys know that they're buying an AI OnlyFans?
I mean,
or-
it's like usually like dumb dudes that are following these like
Oh, okay,
women.
okay.
You know?
I
Like
think
if you
close.
really look at it, you can tell it's
Yeah.
fake.
Because she's
but, like,
imposed in Italy and she's imposed in.
well, you can
like,
tell because like you'll look at the details on the body and you can tell like
hands.
that's
And
not
nobody's
what
that
it
If you
is.
look at
perfect.
the hands,
Yeah.
together.
The
But the
Plant
but
hands are always fucked up.
the AI girls are like unbelievably beauuful in terms of like the symmetry of their faces and
insane.
stuff. So guys
It's
will
insane,
follow it and be
son.
like, "Oh my gosh,"
We-
and then they buy their OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh.
It's a freaking crazy
Watch out,
time.
AI chicks are coming for your jobs. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, just really
AI is
quick, when it
coming
comes
for
to the
everyone's
plastic
jobs.
surgery stuff, like, my personal position is, let's say, take a girl who had an A cup or she was totally flat. I would prefer that than her with big giant fake titties, you know, or like her butt's not that big. I prefer like a flat, what? I prefer flat
Big
butt
giant fake titties.
than like BBL. Or I'd even prefer a girl with a little, if she got a little belly fat. Like when you, okay, if you bend over like this, you're gonna get a little scrunch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Unless your body fat percentage is really fucking low. Like if you're bending over or something, you're gonna get a little belly. So I'd prefer a little belly than a girl who has the lipo belly. You know what I'm saying?
Love that about you, but the,
Thin lip.
but the
thin lip.
numbers
Give me a
don't
thin
lie.
lip over the lip filler.
Before I became an OnlyFans creator, I've only been doing OnlyFans for less than a year, but
Yeah.
I was a stripper for the last 11 years.
Word.
And when I was smaller chested, yes, I made good money, but after I got the little work done or
boobs.
whatever,
You got-
my money went up every time I did
Really?
something different. Every single time my money.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah. So I mean,
I get it, I guess, but
you're
Give me
few
some-
and far in between.
give me some fucking
Brian.
A cups over some giant fucking fake titties. That's all I'm saying.
Also,
I'm
Brian's
right-
talking
right
about
there
the
with you.
context of dating versus being in a strip club where they're like explicitly going there to get like turned
That's
on,
true,
right?
that's
Versus
true.
a guy who's looking to date that ideal kind of girl.
That makes sense.
I mean, even okay, but even like if I'm thinking
Even
what-
sexually?
well, I'm thinking even sexually.
You're turned off by it? Like even
I-
for
I
like
would-
a one
I-
night stand or
I-
something?
Yes. I
personally
like,
am.
Yes,
yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would prefer like a more natural, even if she got. Okay, so
Itty
the
bitty
comparison-
titty committee? Like you're all about it?
I am the fucking.
big labia
I am
matters.
the
Yeah.
co-chair of the itty bitty titty committee, whatever the fuck it's called.
Amazing.
You'd have 3 people.
What's that?
You'd have three subscribers.
Well, you know what's crazy? If you look at Greek sculptures or ancient sculptures, right, of women, they don't have
Makes
these
sense.
giant fucking knockers. They've got like what? They got A cups or B cups. They're not like, you know what I mean.
You know
That's
what
beauty.
my
That's
problem
beauty. We also
is with
write
women who get a lot of work done. I feel like I'm getting catfished as to what my children's genetics
So
look
Yes,
true.
that's a very good
So
point.
That's why
true.
you just
Very-
you
dude,
ask
that's a
them.
very good
You ask
point.
them for
Very good
pictures
point.
of themselves.
before they got the work done.
I mean, it's.
I mean, I can spot it from like a mile away, but like if I was with a chick and I found out she had a ton of work done, I'd be like, yo, what do
You
you
look
got?
at
What
what
do you
their
Well, what's
actually
a
mothers
look like?
ton?
Yeah.
I mean, women will like totally change what their faces look like, you know, and then you have no idea what the original even looked like. Like some women will get like crazy nose jobs where their nose will look totally different from what it looked like before, and it's like I want to know what that looked like before. You know, what are my kids gonna look like? You know what I'm
They
saying?
do work on the chin, on the cheeks, on the eyes, the forehead.
You're talking about Botox or like?
I don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying.
I don't know. Just a forehead lift, I guess.
And
I guess you can do a lot
And
to
the
the
other
forehead,
thing with
actually.
plastic surgery. Look, all of you have been very lovely tonight. I know some of you have plastic surgery. I don't.
You wanna
I don't
offend me.
disdain any of you for that you have plastic surgery or whatever. I do think that women who have plastic surgery are probably more high maintenance.
True or false?
In what sense? In what sense?
Well, okay, let's speak
True or
financially,
false?
right?
Okay.
So, breast implants. Most saline and silicone breast implants are approved, or for the FDA, it's 10 to 20 years. Now, sometimes they can
Fake
last longer than
news.
that. However, in your lifetime, if you have breast implants, you're probably looking at 1, 2, maybe 3 times having to have them replaced. So, when I'm looking at a girl who's has a lot of work done or wants to get a lot of work done, I'm thinking, okay, I would much rather divert my financial resources to to my children in some sort of utilitarian
okay,
way
yeah.
instead of placating your insecurity.
okay, that's totally fair. I
Her
understand.
insecurity came from her children. from having children.
Well, look, I mean,
Like a mommy makeover.
That's something that I can bring to a relationship. I already have all my work done.
if my wife were my Jesus, sorry guys, there's a fucking loud ass motorcycle going by. Me personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
If my wife had stretch marks on her belly after having given birth, I'm still gonna love her.
But it's not about you loving her, it's about her loving herself.
I mean, I would
And if
hope.
she came to you and was
I feel like people should be able
destroyed.
to love themselves without getting cosmetic work done.
I agree with you. I agree with you, should. But
I would say inner healing before exterior surgical cutting.
I would try to guide her away from plastic surgery, not just for financial reasons, but also anytime you undergo anesthesia,
Right.
there are
There's
certain
a risk.
risks involved. I'm sure, I mean, when you go and get your wisdom teeth pulled out, they're going to say, hey, you're getting anesthesia. Here are the potential risks. I think it's probably very low, but there's always a risk of death whenever you go under anesthesia. There's other sort of complications that can arise. There's certain health consequences. So it's not just financial, it's also just the potential health risks for my partner. So
So do you want to know like how I justify it to myself?
I mean, it's,
Or does it not matter?
I don't really care, to be honest.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. I was
Good
just
for you.
wondering. I was just wondering.
Well, okay, really quick. How do you justify it? It helps with your career. It helps with your business.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was gonna say. Like, if I wasn't in this industry, I don't think I would prioritize it as much. But since I am and it makes me more money, I can use that as like a justification.
Good posture. Huh? What?
What?
I was telling her good posture. 'cause
I've heard
she's hiding behind the mic.
I've heard women can have autoimmune reactions from.
I did.
You did?
From
Yes,
the
from my
titties?
first set. So I had
First
my,
set?
Yeah, this is my third.
Third?
And this is the only thing I've ever had done.
High
is-
maintenance, vindicated. No, I'm just kidding.
But that's the only thing. Like I'm very low maintenance otherwise.
What
Very low maintenance.
What happened?
So my first set was 21 years old. I became allergic to over 50% of foods, like vegetables, spinach, bananas, blueberries.
Damn, you
I
ripped
was
blueberries.
allergic to a bunch of medications. So I had them taken out in 21. Then I had and then all my
2021?
yeah,
Or-
2021. I
Okay.
had them taken out, so they were 21 years old at that point.
Oh, wow.
I had breastfed 4 children with them, and they were they were still in great shape. I just I was really sick. I had them taken out. I had another set put in. I'm able to eat today everything. I can eat peanut butter and jelly. I can have bananas. I have no reactions to anything. During that time, I had my first set. I had my stomach ulcer perforate. I had stomach ulcers. I had an autoimmune condition with it. I had a stomach ulcer perforate, and they removed over half of my stomach from it.
Whoa.
So, yeah,
Wait.
Holy smokes.
This is
Yeah.
pretty much, I mean, almost making my argument though. But like, what's amazing to me though, despite the serious complications that you
Mm-hmm.
had with your first implants, I mean, it would occur to me that the pragmatic thing to do is, okay, maybe
No,
I'm not going to get any more fake titties. You know what I mean?
No, correct. And I had that conversation with myself, and then
But the fake titties were more worth it
They-
than your health?
my second set actually I got better, so it was
Well,
just
you didn't
that
get better
set.
because of the second set.
No,
you got better.
No, I
because
get
the
that. I
first
get that.
set was-
I got better because I got the first set taken out. I get that. I get
The
that.
magical
Sorry, that was a
healing
mistake.
fake titties.
Yeah, I got fake
Let's
titties, so
go.
I'm all better now. No, that's not what I meant. But then
There could
I
be, oh.
I had a complication with the second set where they shifted. So I
Oh,
went
you
to the
got
doctor.
there was a
What do you-
complication with the second set.
What do you mean they
Oh, the third.
shifted? What does
They
that mean?
shifted. So this
That
implant capsular
Oh my
contraction.
God, ow.
Yes, and then shifted into my armpit.
Oh.
So when I would like flex or do anything, it would completely distort.
Like if you did a double bicep?
I would do anything like that, it would
Like,
shift.
bam.
And
Did
it
that
would-
just like drive you nuts?
It did. It
Yeah.
did.
Sounds
so
uncomfortable.
Painful. It's very
and
painful
it's very
if that
painful.
happens.
So I went to the best. I did tons and tons of research. I went to the very, very best, and that's where I'm at now. I don't intend to keep them after I'm done working. So
Okay.
that's where I'm at.
What's
so
that?
Did you
I-
wait? Did you change? Did you
Revis in
did you change the material?
Yes,
When you got the
I
second
changed
set? What was the
everything.
material in the first
So
one?
I had silicone the first time.
And then what did you go with
And
the
then I
second
went
time?
with saline and no, other way around. I'm sorry. I started with saline and I went to the gel gummy bears because they're like a gummy bear. They feel more
what
real
I got.
and they have a less
I had an
risk
ex
of
get it,
rupturing and
the gummy bear.
yeah, they're incredible.
I was gonna ask, did you say yours came from your belly fat? How
So-
does that work?
So I actually
Well,
had
let's not do a-
gummy bear implants and fat transferred
Science.
to the breast.
Okay.
So
you're
yeah,
Science.
just suck it out and just
right, because I've heard about it with the BBLs.
Inject
I
it
didn't
back
know if
in.
they did that for titties too. I
You
wasn't
can, yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Wild.
Word. What's that? Isn't there some quote or saying like what people will do for beauty, or I don't know what it is. but
pain is beauty.
Pain is beauty, I guess.
Done it all along though. Like my grandmother had ribs taken out
For
to get a, like a
In that
25 inch.
corset day?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a yikes.
Bruh.
That's
Yeah.
a yikes.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not,
Dolly
we're not.
Parton
we're
had
not-
ribs
Runs in the
out?
family.
That's what people say.
Lady,
had to.
for the women here who don't have fake titties, have any of you considered getting some fake titties? No, Wendy? It's never crossed your mind? Okay, all right, good. Never crossed the mind? I think small titties are in, son.
I
All right,
wish.
I
Andrew,
think
If
Andrew,
I hadn't-
Andrew, you meet a fantastic Christian woman. She's super based, loves the Lord. She has fake boobs. Yes or no?
No problemo.
No problem.
Whoa, we found a leak. So if I had to do it again, I would have not done it at all.
Okay, all right, there you have it, folks. All right, let me just see if we have any chats here.